Welcome back. In this lecture, I am going to show you how to code the single linked list. Before that, I will recap the previous lecture briefly so that we can move forward to the coding of the single linked list. The one who are very much interested in programming and who want to do or who want to develop the good programming concept, good programming techniques, or want to develop the good programming techniques. First of all, you should know how to analyze the program or how to analyze the particular problem situation so that you can develop a algorithm step by step and you can implement it in an efficient way. This is very important to understand first, because if you start coding just like that, sometimes you will end up in coding the same statements again and again. But even after 10-15 days also, if you are doing a very big project kind of thing, even after 10-15 days also, you won't find significant difference. So that is the reason always you are supposed to understand the problem, and you are supposed to go for a neat sketch of the steps you are supposed to implement. So I hope I will try my level best to complete the code in the today's lecture itself. But for that, you are supposed to understand what are the various operations that are there in the single linked list. So first of all, in the last lecture, we have seen that the data structures is nothing but arranging of the data in memory locations, so that how easily it can be retrieved and manipulated using a programming language. So here, arranging of the data in memory locations means this data may be arranged in the memory locations at the time of compilation, which is also called static memory allocation, or the arrangement of the data may be dynamic, that is at the time of running of the program. The single linked list concept that what we have discussed yesterday is a dynamic memory allocation related data structure. That means the nodes and the arrangement will be completely dynamic. Dynamic in the sense that data may grow or shrink depending upon the problem situation. So that is the reason our problem, not only the problem situation, depending upon the user input. So that is the reason it is very important to understand the working procedure first. So now I will go for each and every operation in detail. Then, as I am discussing here, parallelly I will also go for presenting of the code. So here, yesterday we have seen the basic operations on any list. Either it may be a single linked list, or it may be a double linked list, or maybe a circular linked list or multi-list. Whatever the list operations are you consider, for all the list operations, the things are just common like this. The operations are common like this: creation, management, and deletion. Creation, in the sense, you are supposed to create a new node, which is the basic entity or basic unit in the single linked list. And management involves traversal, insertion, and deletion. In case of insertion, the node may be inserted at beginning, or the node may be inserted at end, or the node may be inserted at middle, or at a particular position. In the same way, deletion operation also takes place. Deletion may be done at beginning, deletion may be done at end, or deletion may be done at a certain position. So at the same time, searching for an element and concatenate. So these are the common operations that can be performed. So in the yesterday's lecture, we have seen the basic construction of the code, that is a single linked list code. So I will share the screen. Okay, anyhow, this sharing of the screen is going on. Full node construction, that is coding of the node in case of C programming. Here you are supposed to use structure, struct node, int number, or you can use whatever the thing it is. It may be a data or value or something. then you are supposed to use a self-referential structure. And creation of single linked list, for that first of all you need to write a structure like this. Then we have already discussed in the last lecture that the single linked list will start from the start with a node called head node. Head node initially is set to null. So with reference to head, either insertion or deletion will be done. So if the list is empty, that means if no node is available, then whatever the starting node that you create will be the head node. Once the head node is there, with the help of head node, you will traverse to the forward direction. And if you want to insert any node or if you want to remove any node, that you can perform it. So that is the reason head node is compulsory. Then start temp is equal to null. Here temporary node, because please remember, whenever you are manipulating with the memory, you should not do the manipulation with the original variable of the memory, that is head. That is the reason you have to always supposed to place a temporary memory. Once the temporary memory creation is successful, and if you add anything to that, then finally the temporary memory should be assigned to the head memory. So if you directly do with the head memory and something was happened or something wrong was happened, then you cannot retrieve the original memory back. So that is the reason always what you do is, it is always recommended whenever you are using memories or pointers for doing the programs, it is always recommended that do with the temporary variables first. Once the temporary variable things are successful, then assign the temporary variables to the main variables. So that is the reason here a temp was created. Okay. Next one is creation. So creation of node. Yesterday we have seen how to create a node. So the creation of the code, whatever I am showing you, is a very basic code. Any elementary programmer can write it. But I want to enrich the programming skills of you. So that reason yesterday I have shown you in what best way you can write a function which will return the memory of the node. So that yesterday you have seen this. Today also I will show you from the beginning how to construct the node and how to create the nodes and how to traversal and all other operations. So for that, first of all, creating of the node, first of all, you have to check, you have to allocate some memory with the help of the memory allocation functions such as malloc, calloc, realloc, free, in which we are going to use mainly malloc, that is memory allocation, and free operations. So after this, the important function is the traversal of the list. You have to traverse the list from the head node to the end, or head node to any particular position. So for the insertion process or for the deletion process. So traversal is also an important thing. Next one is inserting the node at beginning. In the insertion, we have three subcategories: inserting the node at begin, inserting the node at middle, inserting the node at end. In order to insert the node at beginning, either for the insertion or deletion, please remember the first operation that you are supposed to consider is whether the list is empty or not. If the list is empty, you cannot do any deletion operation in that. Okay. If the list is completely empty, then whatever the node you create is the first node. So that is the reason always you are supposed to check whether the list is empty or not. Based on that, you are supposed to do the operations. So assume that already this particular list is available. You want to insert a node at the beginning. So you create a temporary node. You make the temporary nodes next as the already existing node, and you make this temporary node finally as a head node. So thereby what will happen? This particular newly created node will be added to the already existing chain. So again I am repeating, if there exists already existing chain, create a temporary node. Temporary nodes next will be pointing to the already existing list, and the whatever the temporary node that you have created, make it as a head node. So obviously this will become head node. Head node next is the remaining sequence of nodes. So this is the way you can insert the node at the beginning. Next one is for inserting in the node. Again, you are supposed to check. You have to create a temporary node, and if the head node is equal to null, whatever the newly created node is there, that is the head node. Okay. Otherwise, what you are supposed to do, you have to add the if otherwise what you are supposed to do, new nodes next is equal to head, and you are supposed to place head node as the new node. Here, whatever the new node is there, no, this is called a temporary variable. Just now I told you, you should not directly do with the head, provided you have to do with some temporary variable like this new node. You do whatever the creations you want, or you do whatever the manipulations you want with the temporary things. Then finally you have to add it to the original one, which is called head node. So this is the function because whenever you write a program, it is always recommended to go and write the program in step by step, and for every step completion, you go for running of the main method and see whether the whatever the function you have written is working or not. Thereby, what will happen? You will be getting confidence that okay, up to this step you have done successfully. Next is inserting the node at end. Already some list is available, but you want to know insert a node at the ending of the list. So for that, what you are supposed to do, since you are aware of the head node address, this you traverse till the end of the head node, end of the list using head node, and whenever you find end of the list means, how can you say that or how we can predict that the end of the list is reached? We can predict the end of the list is reached whenever you find null. That means null means nothing is there after this particular list. So whenever you have to traverse till the end of the list, then you use a temporary variable, create the node for that. You last node, that is last node that you have reached, its next should be the temporary node that you have created or new node that you have created. So obviously the next node will be attached to the new node will be attached to the last node. So thereby what will happen? The whatever the new node that you want to create that will be inserted at the end of the list. So this is the code for insertion of the node at the end of the list. Next is you look at for every step the code was given and running of the code was given so that you can see whether the whether whatever the code you have written is correct or not. Next is insertion of the node at the specified position. That means first of all I want to insert a node at the second position in the list. That means previously in the insertion of the node at the end, you have not considered how much is the what is the length of the linked list or something. Directly you have gone for traversal till the end, and you have gone for insertion of the node here. But in case of insertion at a particular position, you are supposed to traverse till that particular position, and you should remember what is there any node available. If the node available, then you have to take care of what is the next node, and what is the next node, and what is the newly created node, and how to insert this newly created node in the middle of the chain. So for that, for example, this 5 is the newly created node. For that newly created node, obviously, whenever you freshly create a node, the next will be null. So whenever you traverse till, for example, you are supposed to insert this newly created node after 2, that is at the second position, or at the third position, 1, 2, 3. Actually, assume that this is the third position. Then whatever the newly created node is there, you have to remember what is the previous node, that is 4, and 4th next must be given to the new node, and new nodes next must be given to the fourth previous next, that is what you call 6. So that means sixth address, that is 6 node address should be kept in the 5 node next, and 4 node next should be pointing to the 5 node, so that the new link will be established like this. So that the new link will be established like this. So this is the way you are supposed to insert the specified particular node at a specified position. So in the same way, does deletion operation also. So if you want to delete the node at the beginning, then simply you delete the node. But please remember, you are supposed to remember that if you delete this node, then the head must be pointing to the next node. So you must make the head node as the next node to the second node. Then you have to remove this particular node. Either you may bypass it, that means just by putting the link to 4, so that this particular memory will be detached. But remember that this memory will never be detached unless until you call a free function or you call free on this particular pointer. The reason is this memory will be available in the main memory somewhere. So that memory will be said to be garbage memory. That means it is of no use, but still some slot was allotted to a particular node. So that reason, if more garbage memory is available in the main memory, then sometimes it may lead to a memory crash. So that reason, mostly in the single linked list concept, whenever you deal with the dynamic memory allocation, sometimes the system may get crash. So that is the reason you must be very careful when you are removing the memory. Okay. So this is the way how you are supposed to delete the node from the beginning of the list. Next one is deleting the node from the end. So what you are supposed to do, just like how you will insert the node at the end, you are supposed to traverse till the end of the list. Before one node, okay, you have to stop the iteration or traversal, and you have to make fourth node next as null, so that this node will be removed from the list. Okay, this node will be removed from the list. So this is the way how deletion will be done at the end. Next is delete from a specific position. So this is here the main programming skill will come into the picture. How to remove a element from the specific position of the linked list. So this is the head node. You have to traverse till the particular position. Previously we have inserted the third position. Now I want to remove it from this third position. So you move to the third position. So whenever you move till the third position, then you are clueless that if you remove this directly, that means if you free this particular node, then the remaining nodes after this sixth node, that is the node that I'm planning to remove, will become orphan. That means they are detached. They are completely detached from the entire list. So it should not take place. So the reason what you are supposed to do is, while traversing, you have to traverse till one position, that is minus one position to the already existing position or already required position. Say for example, I have to traverse till third position, then I need to stop at second position itself. Whenever you stop at the second position, what you do is second position's next is second position's next. That means you are going to link this particular link to second position's next. You are going to allocate the second position's next to second position's next. That means what is this? 8. This node 8 will be attached to this one, and this particular link will be broken from the list. So this is the way you can do it. Once again I am repeating, whenever you want to delete a node from a specific position, what the first thing you are supposed to do is, first you are supposed to check whether list is empty or not. If the list is not empty, then you start traversal. So how long you have to traversal? You have to traversal till the position -1. That means I want to remove a third position, but you have to stop here at the second position itself. Whenever you stop at the second position's node next should be, actually previously it is attached to the node 6, but I need to remove this particular node. So the reason second node's next must be given to second node's next. Okay, that means already second node you are available, you are aware of it. Second node's next address also you are aware of it. Again, its next is also you are aware of it. So second node's next is equal to second node's next. Thereby, what will happen? Second node next will be attached to the third positions, that is fourth positions node, that is 8 here. So this is the way you are supposed to delete a node from the list. So now we'll move on to the coding. So in the last lecture, we stopped at presenting the that is how to structure the node and what are the various operations and how to create the node. Now I want to do some modifications to this. For example, struct node is there. Whenever you want to write struct node, then you want to whenever you want to use struct node kind of thing, then always you have to write a lengthy thing like struct node star temp, struct node star head. So like that you have to write a lengthy thing. I want to make it somewhat compact. So for that, what I will do is I will use typedef statement. Typedef is especially used for creating an alias name for already existing data types. So the reason what I'm doing is struct node. I'm giving capital letters. You remember, you please understand here. I'm going to give you. I'm typing it in capital letters. Node, struct node as node. So the meaning of this is here struct node type def. So type def is a keyword which will creates alias name. Alias name means some pet name kind of thing. So this will create an alias name. So type def struct node means wherever struct node to be referred, you can refer it by a simple node. You understand? Please remember here. Here NODE is a capital letter and here small capital N small ODE. That means this struct node can be treated as NODE. Wherever struct node is there, you can use this NODE. So now what I am doing is I am keeping node star head. Now node star create node. Already we have seen yesterday how to create the node. Then integer is empty. So because for the insertion, deletion, or inserting at beginning, ending, for all these things, the first thing what you are supposed to check is whether the list is empty or not. So when can you say the list is empty? If the head is empty, the list is empty. So the reason we are going to check as is empty. Int is empty means return if the head is equal to null, then return 1, otherwise return 0. This is the ternary operator, simple ternary operator, which will avoid use of the if statement. Next is node star create node, integer value. Here node star temp is equal to null, temp is equal to here malloc. Malloc is used in order to create the memory. So since we have renamed node with the node, that is we have created a type alias name, so we no need to write struct node and all. Simply you can use size of node or node, because wherever the struct node is there you can use node. So this is the way I can avoid keep on repeating struct node. Okay. So this is the way I have created. Now I will see whether whatever the code that I have written so far is correct or not. So the reason, because step by step verification of our code is required. Once the one step is over, then immediately you verify whether your code is running successfully or not. So far whatever we have done is creation of node. So creation of node we have done. So that is the reason what I am going to do is node star temp temp is equal to create node of some value. Okay. Printf here %d comma temp data. So this is a simple code I have written. If the node creation is successful, then the memory will be assigned to the temp, and you will get the value 10 here. That will run this code. Yeah. So now whatever the output we got is 10. So we have gone to this. So that means the memory is created. This is what the meaning. Now the next step is I want to go for here the functions that what I was going to write here is node star create node. First one is creation of the node, checking whether it is empty or not. Next is node star void display. Display means I want to print the entire list. Okay. Next is void create or creation of node is over. Next is insertion. Next is deletion. Next is destruction. Okay. So void display. First one is insertion. In insertion again 3 categories are there: inserting at beginning, inserting at end, and inserting at middle. Insert at begin, void insert at end, void insert at position. So void insert at position. In the same way, deletion also, delete or remove at begin, remove at begin, remove at end, remove at position. Now while removing the node, you should get which node was removed. That means the corresponding data value you should get. So that is the reason I am returning using integer, because the data that what I have declared is of integer type. So I want to return the data value whenever I remove that node, so that I will come to know that okay, the corresponding data item was removed. So the reason, in order to get this, the return type what I am writing is integer type. Okay. So void insert at begin. In order to insert the node at beginning, which value need to be entered for that? So that is the reason I am declaring integer type. Okay. Inserting at end, which value I want to insert. So insert at position, which value and at which position. So two parameters are required. What is the value of the node that you want to insert at the end or at position, and at which position you want to insert. These two has to be entered as the thing. So inserting at begin means always it will be removed at the remove at begin means always it will be removed at the beginning. Remove at end means always it will remove at the end. But here we require a parameter, that is position. At which position you want to remove the thing. Next one is int list length. So what is the length of the list? So that also I want to get it. What are the other operations that we can do on the on this particular thing? So deletion, insertion, deletion, and insertion, deletion, creation is over. Finally, destruction. Okay, destruction and search. Okay, search list. Okay, search list for which one? Some value, int. Search the list for some integer value. Okay, if the search is successful, it will return success, that is 1. If it is failed, then it will return 0. Okay, that is the reason I have kept the return type as integer. Now in overall we have written we have come to a conclusion that what are the functions that we need to write. So in this what are the functions that we have defined? Int isEmpty we have defined, int isEmpty we have defined, create node also we have defined. So we will write in sequence so that we can remember it easily. So node star create node, that we did it. Creation of the node was over. Next, int is empty is also over. Next is void display. Display means displaying of the list. So void display. So when can you display a list? We can display the list only if the list is not empty. If not is empty, because if the list is empty, it will return 0. Otherwise, it will return 1. If the list is not empty, so this is simple not operation, then we need to go for traversal. So for this, what I am going to do is I am creating a dummy node, temporary node temp, which is initialized to null. I am going to initialize it to null. So if the list is not empty, then assign the head to temp, because I told you with the head you should not do the operations. You should assign this head to some temporary variable, then with that you have to do this. So here node star temp is equal to null. If not is empty, then temp is equal to head. Now what you are supposed to do, you start traversing. While temp, if the temp is not equal to null, that means if there exists some memory in the temp, then keep on going, keep moving to the next node. While temp, then what you are supposed to do, printf %d. Just I am keeping an arrow mark for the indication in the output that it is a list kind of thing. Then temp data, you have to print temp data. To traverse to the next node, what you are supposed to do, because next node address is there in the temporary next. So like that, with the next, you can access the next node's address. So the reason temp is equal to temp next. So temp is equal to temp next. In this way, you can traverse the node till the end of the list. So that means head memory, that is whatever the memory address is there, that memory address you are keeping in the temporary, and you are traversing the temporary and printing the elements. Once the printing is over, it's fine. You can come out of this particular printing. When you can print this particular list, when the list is not empty. So when the list is not empty, we are going to print this. So in order to have a neat appearance of output, I am keeping a \n here. So if the list is empty, what you are supposed to do? Else what you are supposed to do? You are supposed to do printf, okay, list is empty. List is empty. List is empty. Then to have a neat appearance of the output, then I'm keeping a \n. So this is the way you can display the elements that are there in the. Next is display is also over. Next is inserting at the beginning. You have to insert the node at begin. Void insert at begin. So this begin is taking the integer value, some value we are supposed to take. Again here also node star temp. Always you are supposed to work with the temporary things. When you can insert an element into the list, check whether the list is empty or not. If list is empty, if is empty, or if not is empty. If not is empty, so whatever the node that you create must be attached to the head. So temp is equal to create node of value. So thereby a node will be created. Then temp next is equal to head. So temporary next is equal to head. Already existing list is there. For that existing list, you are attaching the newly created node. So for newly created nodes, next is equal to already existing list. Now the newly created node must become head node. So the reason temp is equal to head. Temp is equal to head. When this is the thing you are supposed to do when the list is not empty. If the list is empty, then whatever the node you create is the head node. So create a temporary node, then make it as head is equal to temp. Make it as head is equal to temp. Now what I will do is I will check these two functions. Okay. So far I have written display function and insert at begin. So here what I will do is insert at begin 10, insert at begin 20, insert at begin 20, insert at begin 30. So that means now the list should look like how? 30, 20, 10, because first node that we have created is 10. For that a new node is added at the beginning, that is 20. That is now the chain will become 20, 10. Now again insert at begin, that means a new node is added at the beginning. So now the list will become 30, 20, 10. Let will see whether the same will get it or not by calling display. Run the code. Here 10, afterwards we didn't get anything. Is it so? Insert at begin node star temp. If not is empty, then temp is equal to create node of val. Temp next is equal to head. Temp next is equal to head, and head is equal to temp. Here the small mistake we did. Well, you can see the output here 30, 20, 10. This is the output what we have expected. The same output we got here. Clear? So this is the way insert at begin was successful. So since we have written insert at begin, what we do is we'll add or we'll define the function remove at begin. Okay, we'll add the thing that remove at begin. Void remove at begin. So basically whatever the return type would have given is integer, because whatever the value that we want to mention, that value we are supposed to return, or whatever the value we have removed, or which node we have removed, the corresponding value should be returned. So again node star temp is equal to null. So when can you remove a node from the list? If it is not is empty, then you can do it. If not is empty, then you have to remove the first node. That means first node next should be the first node should be removed, and the next node should be made as a head. So that is the reason what I am doing is temp is equal to head. Okay, head is equal to, that means now currently the head node address was kept in temporary. Now head node next I am making as the next node. Head next is equal to temp next. So what will become? The first node's next will become the head node. Now int val is equal to temp data. Whatever the temporary data you got it. Then free temp. That means the first node, that is what is assigned, that first node will be freed. Then return val. But if you do free temp before this integer val, then what will happen? You cannot get this particular value because the memory will be freed, so you will not get the value. So the reason value was assigned to some temporary variable here. Then the node was freed so that you will not get any garbage, and whatever the value you got in the temporary variable, that I am going to return. Else what you are supposed to do? Remove at begin. If the list is not empty, if the list is empty, then return. Else what you're supposed to do? Return nothing. Return some 0 or some -1. So -1 indicates that the list is empty, or minus something you write, -999. So something you write, that means, which indicates that nothing is there in the list. Now what I will do is I will insert some more thing here. Insert at begin, party, display, printf, here %d, comma, remove at begin. So whenever you say remove at begin, whatever the node which was removed, the corresponding value will be displayed. So after removal, I want to see the resultant output. Well, since so you look at insert at begin 10, next 20, 30, 40, you got it. So whatever the value is removed, because the first node is 40, the 40 node is removed from this. So after removing of this node 40, what is the resultant list? 30, 20, and 10. So now whatever the functions we have written so far is working perfectly. So remove at begin over. Next insert at end. Void insert at end. So in this we need to write the value. Which value we want to insert. This is by default common. By this time you come to know what to do. Int star temp, because we should always work with the temporary. We should not touch the head always. And also for insertion we need to check whether the list is empty or not. So if not is empty, then temp is equal to head. Okay, you need to traverse temp. How long you need to traverse? Temp next. Okay, temp next not equal to null. You need to traverse temp next not equal to null. You need to traverse this. So temp is equal to temp next. So temp is equal to temp next. Since we have moved till the end of the list, so temp next, whatever the temp next is there, that is null currently. Temp next is equal to create node of what is the value? That is the value. So whatever the node that you have created, that the newly created node must be attached to the temporary next. So thereby the new node will be created at the end. If the temporary node, if the list is not empty, that is, if the list is empty, then what? So far, whatever we have written is if the list is not empty. If the list is empty, what we are supposed to do? Else what you are supposed to do? Already we have seen what to do. In the insertion at beginning, temp is equal to create node of value, and head is equal to temp. Now after this, what I will do is insert at end. Insert at end 15. Insert at end 25. Insert at end 35. Display. So now we'll check whether the newly created node was attached at the end of the list or not. So in this sequence, first thing will insert at begin. That means 40, 30, 20, 10 is the chain we'll get. Next, remove at begin, 40 will be removed. Then we'll get the chain 30, 20, 10. Then afterwards, we need to insert the elements at the list. So 30, 20, 10, 15, 25, 35 we must get. Well, we got this output 30, 20, 10, 15, 25, 35. That means the nodes were attached at the end of the list. Okay. So this is the way you are supposed to do the program. So far we have done the creation of node, is empty, display, insert at begin, insert at end, and remove at begin. So now before moving on to the next function definition, as we have seen previously, whenever we gone for inserting at begin, then we gone for defining of the removing at begin, then we did for the insertion at end. So next, what we'll do is to help the next two things that what we are supposed to define, we'll define the list length first. So the list length will give you the length of the list. Int list length. So the list length, we are supposed to calculate the length of the list. Int count is equal to 0. Int count is equal to 0. Or int count. First of all, we need to check whether the list is empty or not. If not is empty, so if the list is not empty, then initialize the count to 1. Initialize the count to 1. Then the reason is it is not an array, it is a list, because the first node will also count. In array, the index will start from 0, but in case of single linked list, whenever node exists, we will count it as 1 only, not 0. So the reason the count is initialized to 1. Then we need to traverse the list. So for that, we require a temporary pointer temp, which is initialized to null. Then temp should be assigned with the head so that we can transit. So while temp count plus plus. This is pre-increment we are making, while temp count plus plus. So for this, what you're supposed to do is here it must be incremented. The iteration must be included. Temp is equal to temp next. Temp is equal to temp, so that it will be incremented. Then once it is over, then return count. If the list is empty, else return 0. Now we'll check here what is the list now length now. Printf length of list is %d, comma list length. So we'll see. So the list length is 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So since 6 elements are there, it is giving 7. So somewhere we have done the mistake. Instead, what we do is we will make it as 0. Count is equal to 0. That will initialize it to count, so that we will get exact value. Return. Since initially count is 0, so return count. Now we'll see. Yeah, 6. So now we got the correct value since 6 elements are there in the. So like this small modifications sometimes we need to do. Well, list length we come to know. Find the remove at end. Remove at end. The same procedure like node star temp is equal to null. Now, how long we need to traverse? So we have to traverse. Till the last but one node, so that last but one node's next should be equal to null, so that the last node can be removed. So that is the reason I will take the help of list length, and before that we have to check whether the list is empty or not. If not is empty, temp is equal to head. So the head address will be assigned here. Then what we are supposed to do? We need to traverse till the last but one node. So instead of starting the initialization of the for loop from zero, normally in arrays, what I do is for iteration I will start from one, because if one node is there, then it will count as one. It will not count as zero. So the reason for int I is equal to one, I less than. So we need to move till one node before the last node. So I less than list length minus 1 I plus plus. So we need to iterate this for the temp, as temp is equal to temp next. So whenever this temp is equal to temp next is done, then what I'm going to do is I'm using a temporary node to store the temp next value, because the last node. Then I will use a temporary variable to store the last node's data, because I need to return it from this. Once the last node was returned, then what we are supposed to do is tt next, that is tt next in sense, not tt next, temp next, because before node before node itself we stopped. Temp next is equal to null. Okay, temp next is equal to null. Then since temp next is null, temp next was we have made as null. That means last node we have made as null. But the last node address is available in TT, so the reason just you say free TT and return val. Else, if the list is not empty, then return we have decided on one number that which indicates that list is empty. So this is the way we can do the removing of a node at the end. Now what we'll do is we'll see whether the removing of node is successful or not. Why we require print length here? It's not required. So we need to move it. Well, we get 30, 20, 10, 15, 25, 35. The last node, the node that is removed is 35. So since the 35 was removed, so we have the list like 30, 20, 10, 15, 25. So removing at end is also completed. Now we left with the functions such as searching in a list and inserting the node at a particular position and removing the node from a position. So in which first we'll define the search list. So search list is a very easy function. We can do it first. So if the search is successful, then it will return 1, otherwise it will return 0. Search list. So int value, for what value we are supposed to search. So already we have seen we need to use temporary node first, node star temp. Currently you initialize it to null, and searching is possible only if the list is not empty, is empty. If not is empty, then you can search it. Then temp is equal to head, while temp. So that means you have to iterate and you have to check the temp data is equal to, if temp data is equal to the value that you are supposed to check, then return 1, then simply return 1. That means search is successful. Else what you're supposed to do, else temp is equal to temp next. So thereby the iteration will take place. So while temp is equal temp data is equal to value, then return 1, so that the loop will exit here itself. If the temp data is not equal to value, then temp is equal to temp. If there exists no list, then else return. For example, if other than this, that is, if the list is not empty, but the data was not found, we have not given any return type. So we can also say simply return 0. So obviously, after searching for a long time, if it doesn't find, then it will come out of the if statement. Then it will print the, or it will go for execution of the return 0 statement. So we'll see whether an element is available in the printf is available. So far we have moved smoothly. Now we'll go for doing of this particular insertion at a position and void and removing of a node at a particular given position. Insert at position integer value int position. So as usual, you take a temporary node, temp is equal to null, then we have to check whether the list is empty or not. If not is empty, then we need to traverse the list till that position. But what if the position itself is 1? That means if the input position is 1, then obviously we have to insert at the beginning of the list. If it is other than 1, then we can traverse till that position or before that position and we can insert the node. So the reason, if not is empty, then if position is equal to 1, then simple, it is that you have to call the insert at begin of value. Once the inserting at beginning is over, we don't have anything to do, so return. If the position is not equal to 1, then what we're supposed to do, else. So else temp is equal to head for int I is equal to 0, I less than, so we have to start with not 0, 1. So we have to move till position minus 1, position minus 1, I plus plus. Next, now what will happen now? Int I is equal to 1, I less than position minus 1, I plus plus. So we need to traverse it. Temp is equal to temp next. That means we moved up to one node minus 1. That is the position minus 1. Now I am going to create a temporary node for creating this. I am creating a node here now by substituting value. Now a newly created node is available with me. Now what I am supposed to do is I need to insert this node here. So since we have moved till the previous node of position minus 1, so I am storing int star temporary node is equal to temp next. So the temporary next means the next node what is available before the position that I am storing in a temporary node. So since I have created a TT, then TT next is equal to TN, that is temporary nodes next TN, and temp next is tt. Temp next is equal to tt. Now what will happen? The newly created nodes, this is a newly created node. Newly created nodes next is equal to tn. Tn means since we move up to the position -1, position -1's next element, next node, whatever is available, that will be attached to the newly created nodes next. Since the position -1 we stopped here temporary, so temp next is equal to, we are attaching the newly created node. Thereby the link will be established between the position -1 node, newly created node, and newly created node to the next node. Then return. So this is if the list is not empty. If the list is empty, so obviously whatever the node you create is the starting node. So you may use inserted begin, or what I will do is head is equal to create node of val. So whatever the node that you create is the head. So this is the way you can do it. So now we'll see whether the insert position can be implemented here or not. So we have done the program, and now we'll see whether the insert position is successfully running or not. Here I type the insert position of 55, 3. That means 55 is the element I mean to insert at the third position. So let us see whether this code will work or not. Well, it's worked. Now here 30, 20, 55, 10, 15, 25. Because I asked for insertion of 55 at the position 3, 1, 2, 3, third position, the element was inserted. So the major task of us, that is inserted position, particular position, given position, is completed. Now we'll move on to the deletion of a node from a given position. That we'll see. Almost we need to follow the same procedure. First we need to check whether the list is not empty or not. If the list is not empty, and if the position is 1, instead of insert at begin, what we'll do is remove at begin. That's all. So the element will be returned. Then else, then you need to traverse till the position -1. From there, we need to give position -1 next is equal to position -1 next. So that will do it now. If the list is null, that is, if there is no element in the, or there is no node in the list, then as we have done previously, we will return some special number so that we will come to know that list is empty. So here I have typed printf remove node %d remove node at position 3. Here we have added the element 55 at the position 3. Now I am asking to remove, or I have called the function to remove the node at position 3. So thereby it must return 55 because the removed node is 55. Now we'll run this code. We'll see. Well, the removed node is 55. So after removal, if you look at the list, then 30, 20, there is no 55, 10, 15, and 25. So this is the way how we have done the removal of the node at a particular position. So once you know how to insert a particular node at a particular position, then removal is in the same way we will do it. But a simple trick we need to play here in order to remove it. So with this, we have completed all the functions that we have defined for implementing the single linked list. Now, take this particular code. Your task is build a menu. Build a menu based upon the user input to give the input by the user. Depending upon the user input, the corresponding operations to be called. For example, if the user has given the input as 1, then insertion operation should be done. Inserted begin, inserted middle, or inserted a particular position, or inserted end. So like that, you build a menu, give the numbers for the menu, take the option from the user, Based upon the option, the corresponding function to be called and the corresponding operation to be performed. So this is the task given to you, that you can do it. Further, what you are supposed to do is you simply use a do while loop, so that the do while loop will repeat till some exit condition is reached. So what will happen is, after mentioning the menu numbers, at the end of the menu number, you keep a number which is especially to exit the program. So once for the this that's all for the implementation of the single linked list in C programming. I hope you might have understood how to code the functions. We'll see the remaining concepts in the next lecture.